Hello, welcome back to Golden Arrow. Last episode we began the final level and we got somewhere, but we didn't get all the way through. So that's what this episode is gonna be for. We're just gonna keep hammering away at level 8, the pyramid. So yeah, we met the weird undo glitch, and so I had to reset. I fortunately managed to rewatch all the footage of me playing the level in the last episode, and I have figured out generally a reliable way of getting to the state that I was in. And I think that is a state I want to be in because that makes every single relevant object usable. Sorry, retrievable is what is the word I was looking for. So yeah, I'm gonna reset here. To start, you're going to definitely want to get this purple arrow down here. You're also going to want to get the green arrow freed. So you want to do this. Next, you want to have a decent balance between all three of the arrows here, red, green, and blue. And therefore, you will want to set off something like this. Let me think about this. Creating a balance between green and blue. I believe upon doing that, you can then create a balance between blue and red like this, which can be shifted. Although I don't think I want to shift. In fact, I want green to go here. This will allow this to happen, and therefore allowing this. So yes, this three-way balance is one of the important points in the level. Then I want to move the red away, and with this purple over here, set up the balance between green and blue. Because green and purple have a balance, I can move blue away, reset up this thing, and there you go. And now I can get back to this part of the room by doing that shuffle. Before that, I was in this part of the room, which had no real exit. So yeah. Okay. So now that we have that, this is well, we're not done yet. The next goal is to get blue onto purple. And I believe it had to do with this balance being out of the way. I kind of forgot what to do after this position. Yeah, it was something like this. It was something like this. Um, there was this interesting like elevator type thing going on here, but I don't exactly remember how that was pulled off. Um, one of the ways I managed to get in was by getting rid of green. Uh, Crap, I kind of forgot how to do this. Hold on. Let me see if I can handle this again. It definitely had to do with this move. Because I remember this move being part of the thing that I did. Right. I think it was maybe... This doesn't look right. Although it could be right. And then I want that, but without green in the way. So let's get green out of the way. Get that to happen. Push down. Actually, do I want this? Maybe. I think that's actually good, right? Yeah, that's good. I don't know how I got here, so let's replay that. So green, I don't know what I want green to do here. I guess green can just go away at this point. I think I shoved green up here, I think. Although I'm not entirely sure if I actually did. Okay. So... I just moved green away. I got this balance. Green... Why are you like this? Let's just let green do that. Do whatever it wants. Yeah, green can go there. Whatever it is, blue can now go down here. And I can form this elevator thing, which blue can stand on. Yeah, there you go. So that was that elevator thing. I mean, I definitely don't want that though. I want like this, something like that. Shift this over, blue goes there, and then there you go. That gets this out. The green is a big problem because it blocks off a corner that I could use. So I need to basically pull this off without green being a problem. Let's see. Also, I forgot to turn on the music. By this point, I think I'm not going to anymore. The music can stay out of it. I want to do this. I want to get green out of the way, but green is not getting out of the way. How will green get out of the way? I guess with blue in here. Hmm. The entire point was I pushed down this entire stack, but green is in the way, so green is not helping. Where can I store green that isn't going to be a problem? I think I stored green like here. Wasn't that an issue though? Wasn't it? I thought it might have been an issue. Okay, that's fine though. Okay, that works. We'll see if storing green there is okay or not. In the meantime, I want to put the hue here. Down here. That might be why it's an issue. It's because green is blocking the way. Green, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with this guy? I mean, I guess I could put it there, but then again, gonna be a problem when we go up here, maybe. In fact, when blue is here, this green will block me. Green, how did I get rid of you? Did I get rid of you, or were you useful? I don't remember if you were useful. Like, I think you were. Or there was some interesting way I handled you that made you useful in this entire setup. Oh, I managed to get rid of you somehow. I don't know how I did that. That's not good. Yeah, what? Okay. The problem is that if I already pushed this entire system down, green still doesn't. Okay, you know what? No. There was a point where green and blue were in balance, but purple and red were out of the way. That's when I could have gotten rid of the green. When was that? Around here. Okay, so this is the four-way balance. We managed to get the four-way balance by just pushing you out of the way. So green and blue are in balance like that. Therefore, though I don't think I want purple and red to be like this just yet. Okay, so at this point, I think we're good to get green out of the way. Yeah, okay, so that's how I did it. I got this set up. Red, purple. Okay, I'm just gonna reset and see if I can do it again. I want to make sure I'm absolutely familiar with this set of steps. So you go here. Then I want this, right? Yes. Yes, this looks okay. I want something like that, I think. So that was good. So I can make this balance happen. Alright. I'll put you here. I'll do that, but not that far. I'll put you here. Okay. There you go. That's this balance. That's that. And there you go. Uh Push you down here, balance here. This balance goes beside the green-blue balance. Green gets out of the way. Okay. There you go. That green is out of the way. I don't know if I need it again, but we have another green here, so if I do need a green, I can use it. The trouble would arise if I needed two greens, but right now I don't foresee any situation in which that's required. Anyway, that gets you out. The next problem, which I didn't solve last episode, was getting you out. There was a lot of talk about purple being here, so I could perform the same trick as I did here. But I also found that an issue because how do I get purple to be here and also allow me to enter this area? I'm thinking it is a rightward push that triggers a purple to fall towards me. But then there's also another problem, which is how in the world that's going to happen. And I think I have an idea. Do I have an idea? Maybe not. I want to use this red, which I can use. I can like make this red in this position to push it to the right and maybe triggering something that causes purple to fall. That seems like it. That seems like it. But I still haven't figured out exactly what I want to like. There's no set of arrows that seems to work so far. Because not only does it need to trigger a fall, it needs to also have enough space for me to enter this area, which I currently cannot. I'm thinking it's I'm thinking it's red because I think purple definitely 100% blocks our way. Unless it doesn't, in which case, sure. Could also be blue if held on by something else, but the blue being here and pushed to the right doesn't really trigger anything that causes a fall. So if I have purple here with a gap, what can hold this purple up? Honestly, maybe it's a blue arrow that holds it up. Because that blue arrow could be held up by something else, like the red arrow. But I kind of realized that with that setup, it's not going to work. It could be something else. It could be. I don't want to say it's a green arrow holding up the purple, because green being on this position would be quite bad. What would work is if the purple arrow, the long purple arrow here were pushed all the way up to this position. So if these red arrows weren't there, I could push up the purple arrow here with the other purple arrow on top to get in. And that would work. Especially if this were free, so I can enter from below. So what it looks like I want um what it looks like I want. I want to get rid of this green arrow. This green arrow seems to be completely uh unuseful. Very unuseful to me. Whatever, you can stay there. Man. Yeah, the greens today are not very helpful at all. So hard to deal with, these guys. What? Dude. Ah, jeez. Let's get you out of the way first. Hopefully this is fine. Hopefully I can deal with you. The point is I want to be able to leave from here. Like pushing up won't help, will it? I mean, pushing up might help. If I could push up. But I don't know, unfortunately this thing is in the way. If I pushed any further, I would not be able to save it. Could push it up, like, here maybe? That's technically okay, I guess. Not really. I guess that's fine. Sure. Um, sure. You know what? I think that works. Does it? I mean, you can kind of test this theory now. Like, when this happens, could a purple arrow be held all the way up here so I can enter the area? Unlikely. What is this green doing? Why is it so in the way all the time? It's always in the way. Oh my gosh, it's green. Just get out, please. Green. Why? Green is not being an obedient color today. I mean, this does the exact same thing. This gets rid of blue, and that is a problem. I guess this works. I don't even know how I pulled that off. But before that, I also do have to move you here. So the point of this is that even with the green arrow stored up here, I can actually get gold out, so it's fine if I leave it like this. That green is green out of the way. Everything else should still be retrievable. Yes, everything else is retrievable. Alright. So that's green. I don't even know how I did that, so I'm gonna have to relearn that now. How in the world am I supposed to get you to be held up? Green, could you give me an explanation as to how I hold you up? I guess not. If blue were in my position, green could move. Green could be held in place to balance. But I would need to be there to hold it up. That's the only way it could be lifted in the first place, right? Myself lifting it upwards. If I were here to hold it up, I would be done. So, okay. Then, purple is my next candidate. This purple. Another green would not help. Definitely would not help. I don't think it would. It could help though. If somehow pushing this up caused this green to activate something, to trigger something. What would this green trigger? It could chain. So like it could be holding on to this purple, which is like here. Then maybe a blue here. Well, but the blue wouldn't be hooked onto anything. Red? That's interesting, I guess. I don't want to be too predictive about it yet. I'll just leave this here first. Pull you out. And over. So something like this, but like not really. So yeah, like if blue were in here to hold up, maybe that's fine. I don't think it would be fine. It doesn't seem very fine to me. Also, I could definitely just reset this to here. That keeps these guys in check. If I went back down here and tried to get things to happen. Okay, hold on. There was a moment when blue is one up higher. Don't know how I got there, but it was there, so. There you go. Hopefully I can put blue up here, which I can, okay. So, yeah, okay, this is somewhat valid. Not really valid. Could do that. That actually, no, because... Okay. Hold on. I don't want to be stuck here. Okay, hold on. I want to do... That causes you to fall. I want to do... I can't do this. Hmm. It's like that, but no. Purple, can you hold up? Can you hold up? Can you hold up? Can you hold up blue? Red, I mean. Possibly, but you might have some trouble doing it. Maybe hold up blue here, so you don't fall too far down. That's not very useful. Yes, it doesn't look useful. It's like that, but because of this arrow being in the way, that also doesn't work. Could you help? I don't think you could. Like, this gets me stuck. I legitimately just cannot leave unless I do this. And if I did this, red is kind of dead. Unless I could get red out, which could be possible with purple, but purple is very stuck. How would I make this happen? Okay, if I did this... Why did this work? I don't know. Just got you here, that's not a very good position. Yeah, it's not a good position at all. You need to be one higher. Which wasn't possible because... if this were any higher, if I tried to do this, I definitely could not get this bit to be saved. So you need to be like this. But then at this point, blue can't be pushed in at this height. So I need to push it in myself. And if I did that, balance. But a bad balance. I thought it would be nice, but it's not. I'll do this, and then like somehow this gets blue to fall, but only if purple wasn't there. Like for example, if purple wasn't there, this kind of thing would happen, see? It's equivalent to this being pushed over. Similar. It's actually really interesting. But I want that to occur... Well, I mean, even then we have problems, because like, if you look at this, right, how much do I get in here? If I lift it up, and blue was not held by purple, blue would just fall down to there. And then there would be a balance, and that wouldn't work. So that doesn't work either, huh? I don't know what else could work then. What else could get green to be held up? Also, I'm really scared of undoing, but I don't know how far I want to undo before something bad happens. I don't know how many undos I get per level before something bad happens. Could I have done this entire thing without this set of reds here? No, right? Because like this 4 immediately kills that green. Just does. And I need that green. Definitely. Can't use this green. No way. But I realized that if I did that first and then lifted you up, that green would be stored pretty safely. It will be stored pretty safely, but the bad thing is I can't get gold out if I put the green there first. Can I actually do this without losing the green arrow down here? I always lose. This green arrow is not retrievable. Even if with this one. Yeah, this thing is not retrievable. Just isn't. Something changed about this green... What if 2 green arrows were involved? Meaning I save this arrow as well. Arrow, arrow. How would arrows help me fall purple down here? Just to check. Purple will be blocked by these 3 arrows in these 3 positions. I find it really interesting that the arrows are not blocks, but I guess the falling effect makes them... If they didn't fall, then yeah, then they could hold up green while I go inside and get it out. So they do have to be the falling arrows. That's why they're red arrows. It's because they fall. I can't visualize a single way to get this out while I get in. Like if I were holding up purple here, I don't know. Ah, crap, I've already forgotten how to do this. I have to start from inside. Do this. There you go. I have to start from inside. I keep forgetting. So I lose that green arrow, but did I want to keep it? Yeah, maybe I wanted to keep it. For whatever reason. Story that I could keep it. But do I want to keep it? I don't think so. Maybe they could help me set up this position better. Again, how would I get into here? Could also just be a mechanism to get this to fall on top of me while I'm here. But that's unlikely to happen. It could be... No, it couldn't. I was thinking it could be a purple-green balance I pull out from underneath, but then I would be here, wouldn't I? And then the green would just... purple would just fall. Mm. I don't know what I want. I can't see it. I just can't see it. Like, the goal is what? Something like this that triggers the purple to fall on top of me at this point. Which holds it up. Can anything else hold it up? Unlikely. Okay, I just wanna quickly show like what this long purple arrow could do for me. It's fairly impressive what that thing could do for me. Because it could do a lot of things for me. Whatever. Go back. Do I wanna do this? This pole is stuck. Maybe not. Let's put you here. It falls there. I kinda wanna do this. Like if you think about it, right? One way I could do it is Give me a second here. I'll just get rid of you for now. One way I could do it is by doing this, going in, and then pushing it out. So like that's one of the things I saw was possible. But the thing is that like to actually enter this has to be this high. Meaning I can't store anything above it. That doesn't make sense. Maybe if... Yeah, but no, we need a purple in this column. It has to be in this column. And only this column. I want to make this push, but this push clearly doesn't hold anything up. Because purple doesn't fall into the position I'm in. Never will. The other arrow could be useful, but it's not. Is the other arrow useful? I mean, this green arrow could do something, but whatever it does, it's not gonna help. It could help, but I don't think it will. The problem is still just I can't visualize it. Can't visualize any way in which it would help. I can't visualize anything that could hold this up. Like, there must be some way, right? What materials would I need to hold you up? Suppose suppose I got one of the red arrows free somehow. Suppose I use that. Suppose I use golden arrow. Could golden arrow help me? As an arrow that's just here? Is that not equivalent to a green arrow? Because pushing it out doesn't require it to fall anywhere. The green arrow also doesn't fall anywhere but down. Pushing you up, I can let go of the golden arrow from here, but how's that useful? Golden arrow. Maybe golden arrow holds up. Now, if it holds up blue arrow, then like it will always hold up blue arrow unless it's pushed out of the way. Golden arrow. I don't get it. I really just don't see it. I don't know. I don't know what I could do. Like, this thing seems so deceptively simple, but it's not. For some weird reason. I like that I can do this. It's kind of interesting I can do that. I can keep doing that, but like, it's eventually going to fail, see, like, this would work if I had a bit more space, but I don't. So is it possible to get the reds to be free? I feel like the answer is no, because like, I have to get rid of a red by pushing up at some point, and if I did want this to be free, I'd have to push up with one of these arrows, and that would get the green to be broken. So like, unless I didn't need green for the very first half of the solution. Maybe I didn't need green for the very first half of the solution? That would be, you know, extremely fascinating to me that I didn't need green for the first half of the solution. Maybe it's doable, just haven't found it. I haven't thought of anything that would have worked without using green for the first half. Or maybe it's possible. Maybe I don't need green. I feel like the point is that green has to do a lot of the extra work though, right? I can't just do this. The fact is that green must exist. Unless the answer is not necessarily, which is a horrible answer because it doesn't help me anything with anything. I only need this purple if I could get blue to just... Blue can't be here, which is a problem. Unless purple was on top. So purple was on top. Blue could balance because blue and purple, red and purple would form a balance. If red and purple form the balance, which it will, which it could, like this, or no. How do I get... So either I get green out without putting anything in this corner. I just don't want to put anything in this corner, maybe? That seems very logical. I don't want to put anything in this corner, but is that forced? Do I have to put something in this corner? It seems like this corner is carved out for a reason, right? But like, there could be so many reasons for that. It could be the fact that I need to put a red arrow in there. It could be the fact that a purple arrow goes in there. So like, it's just there because I need the space. But for what? It's disambiguous. Unambiguous. This always fails. This always just does not get green out. Green can only be gotten out if I went in there myself. But to do that, I'm gonna need to... Could I... no, I couldn't. That feels forced. Hmm. Okay. Did I reset this? Yeah. Okay. What? You know what? No, hold on. What if it were purple and blue? Purple here, blue here. I could get underneath and then push purple up, right? And then blue would just fall. And then, yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. I guess I could do that. If I could pull that off, I want to see if I can pull that off. Hold on. Let's just do everything that we've done before. Here, 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 here. Repeat. Okay. There. 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 Okay. Sure. I think this is fine. What in the world? How did I get here? Whatever. There. Don't even know how I got there, but I did. Alright, there you go. Let's get this guy out of the way. So, I want purple and... Purple and blue, right? Purple and blue. How will I do that? How will I do that? If that were to happen, blue could be here and held up by something first. Like, maybe I could have a green and blue balance. Okay, I want to get this thing out of the way first. How do I do that? Like that. Got you guys out of the way. I want a green-blue balance like this. I want it to be a bit higher though. Can I make that a bit higher? Sure. I think that's fine. It's a bit less fine now. Okay, yeah, but before that, maybe I wanted to move you out of the way first. Okay, we can leave it like that. Hopefully this makes some sense. Actually, it's a bit awkward. Um, so I can do that, but like blue is not held up anymore. Okay, maybe not like that then. Keep shifting you up. Eventually, I need you to be higher up. You know what? I think this is fine, right? Yeah, blue can be there. Whatever. You can go there. Um. hmm. Yikes. Okay, blue could be in a better position. That looks okay, but I don't think I wanted this to happen. This red arrow is just too big. Okay, hold on. No. Wait. How about I just let this happen? What if I just let that fall? Yeah, I promise I still can't really access this top area. I don't think I wanted purple to be all the way up there yet. Let's leave this here first. This can go already. It's not gonna do anything. Can I get purple? Where can purple be? If I want purple on top of blue... Hmm. Maybe purple can like balance here now? Maybe. Yeah, that looks okay. So now red can just go out, get out of the way. When I say get out of the way, it's not really out of the way. Now it's going to be out of the way. Wait, there you go. It's technically out of the way. Technically, with a lot of asterisks. It's not very out of the way yet. I think I can leave it there. That should be savable, right? In fact, that's even better for me, I think. So green-blue balance with purple balance as well. Okay. I can maybe do that. Okay. That's a balance. Purple cannot go out of the way. Balance. Doesn't this balance need to be a bit higher? Does it need to be a bit higher? It might need to be a bit higher. Okay. If that's the case, I'm gonna shift you over. Shift you over. Can't leave at this point. So purple. Um. Hmm. Hold on. Purple falls. We can store it there for now, I think. I don't know if we can. Can we? Sure. Can lift it higher. Green is now a problem, but it should be fine. There you go. But I can't push up now. So the entire point was to be able to go in here and push up. So I didn't want this purple to be here. Right? Yeah, and then that would fail. Um. Okay. How about this? Purple just get out of the way. Yeah. That's kind of awkward. Like the short purple is not in a good spot. Problem is I can't just do this. Purple needs to get out of the way, meaning blue has to be out of the way. When was blue last not in that position? Here? So if purple is out of the way now, maybe this is okay. Can I lift up this balance? A little bit. Doesn't really help us. I can lift up a little bit, especially if this entire thing were here. That might be a bit better. Is it better? I wanna push you down. I don't think I want this purple to be here. That looks I say potentially okay, but It doesn't look very potentially okay to me. I need a better balance. Can this balance ever be lifted up higher? How? Can blue not be there, please? Oh, but okay. So if that happens, can I lift this up? Yes. That's a bit suckish for green. That might be a problem. That is definitely a bit suckish for green. I don't know. I don't think so. Um, it's suckish for everyone. Okay, let's not do that. Is it really not possible? I can do that. Oh, I can lift the balance up by just pushing it up at the same time. Duh. Okay. So if that's the case, then I can do this, right? Get you out of the way. Maybe down here is better? Because I want purple to be able to fall. If green were any higher up, then purple will be in balance, which is bad. So I want green to push down, so it's out of balance. Yes, okay, I think I have it. There you go. Ah, there it is, okay. I hope nothing breaks. Can go here. Sure, whatever. Lift you up. Go away. Does gold have a problem? Gold might have a... Oh my goodness, gold might have a problem. Wait, gold might have a problem. Because of this purple. And maybe this red. How in the world is purple now producing an issue? Ah, jeez, the hole wasn't supposed to be there. Alright, it's fine. I think there was a moment in time in the past where I could have gotten purple back out. Hopefully the glitch doesn't happen here. So yeah, at this point I could have gotten purple out. I think this is actually plus very okay. Okay. Hopefully that's fine. Nope. This way. This way. Out. Out. Gold goes up here. I push purple out of the way so that gold can be pushed upwards. I think we're done. Oh, there you go. Alright, the process was the setup was a lot simpler than I thought. I think I overcomplicated it by including the long arrows, which were only gonna clutter up the space and make things harder to maneuver around. But to be fair, I really didn't expect that the blue purple balance was required here. So that's what makes the puzzle really, really challenging. But there you go. That does it. All levels cleared and reach the end of the tower. I can go south here. There I am. But no, alright. So I suppose I reached the tower. Congratulations, you reached the end of the game. Oh, thank you so much for playing. This was nice. This was fun. A very what was it? I love that. White arrow blinked a little bit before leaving. Does white arrow do that? Oh, that was cleared! Hooray! Nice. So yeah, that's all the levels done. I believe this was after a big rework on all of the levels, so this should be a much more polished version of the game. So that's cool. Okay, typically I give my thoughts and comments on the puzzles at this point. I'm not sure how much time we have left, but I suppose I can. This game was fun. It was a very cool set of puzzles. I suppose based on maybe I don't want to say the mechanic is simple looking. The mechanic definitely does not look simple, but it does a lot with very little, is what I will say, which is good. Yeah, that's all there is. It's very nice. There was, I would say, like potentially the two-player, the multiple character thing might have been a little underused as a mechanic. Then there was probably a lot more going on with those two with like playing with two characters. But you know, people don't really like multiple character movement at the same time, so I understand why there weren't too many levels made out of it. But could you imagine a gunslinger setup with two characters? It probably wouldn't be that hard, but it would probably be really interesting. Yeah, and speaking of gunslingers, but like this game itself has like, I don't know, it gave birth to a whole like concept of levels that I just, wow, it took a concept in a level that was seemingly fairly niche, and then it you know, gave you a lot more examples on how it could be used, which is great. It's actually really fun, and I think I like that interesting new concept was spread throughout the world, so you didn't have to be focusing on that concept, and it made it more like a surprise when that concept shows up again. So yeah, that was very nice. Also, like, I mean, every world has its theme, but I also like that the last world, despite, you know, not introducing any new mechanic, had this theme of just being fairly cramped areas. That was a very interesting set of levels, despite being really challenging, and also having this undo glitch. I'm not sure if the developer is gonna do anything about it, but I'm done with the game, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So yeah, that's Golden Arrow. Had a lot of fun with this one, had a lot of thinking to do with this one. But that's it, that's all achievements complete, which is super cool. So that's gonna be it for this series. Do we have any next up? Yeah, next up is gonna be something else. It's gonna be... Ooh, I'm not gonna tell you, but it's gonna be an interesting game. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.